Hey everybody, I'm fixing up this 1976 VW Bus camper, and the body on it's pretty good except for the back right corner. In fact, with the bumper off, you can see it's just pretty much nothing but rust and Bondo. Even worse than that, the battery shelf inside was completely rusted away, replaced by wood, which is now rotting away. Our friend from YouTube, Fix-It-Scotty, volunteered to come up and give me a hand working on the sheet metal. The first thing we had to do was get rid of that old wood battery shelf, and then we could really get going.
Okay, there's your
Nice big hole in the back of the bus where the battery would have went.
there's this like, I don't even know what this material is. It's like there's caulking, there's Bondo, caulk. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
The first step was to cut away the rusted metal.
God, there's so, it's about an inch thick of Bondo. I didn't even get through all the Bondo. It's just so thick.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we got it. Okay.
Good news is this is the worst part of the bus, so...
All right, I'm going to lightly go across here just to go through this 20 gauge metal.
Okay.
And we'll cut this off.
Oh,
I keep thinking this is structural, but this is all caulk and Bondo. I'm like,
structural caulk.
well, I mean,
love
it's just anything that's thick like that, I just feel like, oh boy. Yeah, that's all
Structural caulk.
exactly. See, I'm pulling this, yeah.
That is a hole.
That's all Bondo.
With the surface
Alright,
sheet metal gone, we
suck
could
that
see
out.
that some of the is a hole. structure was actually completely rusted away. So I cut a piece of thicker sheet metal, which we could weld in place to fix it.
But I'm just going to try to tack it in the corners and get it to stay put, and then I can take the magnets off. So let's see how that goes. They're a little bit blobby, but they're not.
Yeah, right there, I don't think we really care what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll just grind it flat. This is what's called spooning. Have you ever seen this?
I know what spooning is, and I'm not doing it with you.
No.
Once we got that plate welded in, we cut out another one and put it next to it to fully repair this column.
Hopefully this doesn't have a grounding issue. I'm going to try to tack it right there in the middle. Right here. That looks good. Yeah, nice groove to weld into.
Yeah.
That's the ideal. It's what you want, a groove. It's not taking off the... Oh, you know what? I didn't even prep it. That's why it's burning all that paint.
After that, it was time for some grinding and hit it with some paint. Now we could finally start test fitting the new piece of metal.
Yeah, there's still more. What I might do is just to make it easy on myself, I think I'm going to shave.
I'll just trim it back.
But before we could install the actual corner, we needed to get everything cleaned up to fit the battery tray inside. Frankly, this was a lot of work. We had to get rid of all those last little bits of the rusted edges of that battery tray.
See that? It's delaminated. There's the lip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to peel off. If I could get behind it, that'd be great. Just get all the seam sealer and everything out so we can weld.
Yeah.
I'm flipped over. Okay, well
It's getting closer.
getting closer.
It's better than the wood version.
Yeah. So still, I still need to take my grinder, just like peel this seam sealer.
We got the battery tray in and clamped it in place with vice grips.
It feels good.
Yeah, I think that's looking good.
Yeah, I think we're where we need to be. We just need to make sure before we spot weld that
Right.
we lift it up a little bit.
Okay,
I
so
think we got more to grind off on this side, to be honest with you. I haven't tried all of that.
Now it was back to fitting the metal on, this time making sure that it fit properly around the battery tray, and then just pushing it around and getting things lined up. And then once it was on, we wanted to look inside to make sure that the corner and the battery tray both had the same matching curve.
Hickory dickory dock. It looks like the same shape. That might not be too bad. All right. Yeah, sorry, I'm screaming with these with my ear goggles on.
your goggles.
Ear goggles. I'm gonna say that from now on. Yeah, so we spot welded the flange here. A few places where it's rusty on the back, I went ahead and top welded it, just wherever. We might come back in and add some more. We've got our drilled holes for our spot welds that are going to go on the outside of the fender. Whenever you do a corner, you're going to have to paint it. I mean, there's no way around it because these are going to have to be welded through that corner, and you'll have to do body work. There's no way around it.
Yep.
So we've got this seam cut off here. We're ready to butt weld it. That was my line. I'm a little bit shy of it just because I don't want to take too much metal off. So we will probably massage it with a flap disc. We'll also have to take off some of the paint. But we've got this flange already run down, pretty much pulled off. And we're going to cut this last piece off. And then we're going to go to butt weld in the corner.
Cool. Up is up.
Down.
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay.
Looks about right.
Oh, yeah, it's ping-ponging on my end too. Okay, well,
So quite frankly, the rest of this was a lot of test fitting, grinding, flapping, more test fitting, more flapping.
this will only take about 10 times.
Yeah.
Taking off the paint so that we could make decent welds. And by the time we were all done, we really had it looking very good. The metal was fitting very nicely in place, exactly how it was supposed to, except I completely forgot that we were planning on reusing the tail light to perfectly align the pieces so the holes for the light would fit in. And when we actually did put the light back in, we found out that it didn't line up quite the way we had hoped. We had ended up actually taking off a little too much metal here. And when it came to welding it, I somehow do not have that clip. So you will just have to imagine here welding on the left-hand side here. And then also this part on the right. Just imagine we welded that in. And by the time we had done all that, it was getting pretty late in the day.
least tapped all the way. Now we might want to just do a few of these and then we'll start doing the fill-in. Oh. Now when you do a plug weld, what I do is start out in the center and get it to spark and then start just going around the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
But with no spark.
But with no spark. That looked good. It sounded good.
Well, here's what we did today. We got the old stuff cut off. We got that wood battery tray out. We got a metal battery tray in, and it's not finished, but it's in place. So now I can just keep chipping away at it.
Yep, not happy with this seam. There's a lot more gap, but
where's your product placement?
Oh, yeah.
Here? You gotta face it the right direction.
There, you can
That's VW.
overlay this.
Now spin it the other way. Oh, I gotta see the Fix-It-Scotty part.
Oh yeah. Is there enough light?
Okay, there you go.
You can just this could be just in your
Now take a big drink. Now, is there anything you want to say about this project? That sums it up. That sums it up.
The gap's not the greatest, but we'll get it. A little copper bar, little wire in there, and yeah. But other than that, besides our nasty gap, the seam looks good. The tray looks even. Everything on this side lined up.
The taillight fits.
The taillight we made sure fits over and over again. We put it back in, made sure everything lines up. So, you know, not everything goes perfect, but hey, you know, this looks like it'll be the end result will look good. So I'm happy about that.
Cool. And
we'll have to get
mirrored. And a big thank you to Fix-It-Scotty for coming out to help me out today. Very much appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
And now I'm gonna go be filthy and work on editing videos and things. So cool. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not done, but I did get to learn a lot of new things and see a friend, so all in all, that's not a bad day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see the continuing adventures of working on this camper van and turning it into electric. Until next time, stay charged up.